Hey everyone, I'm Paul, and I'm a youth program administrator here at the Apostolate for Family Consecration. And we've got a historic opportunity. So many families are spiritually hungry for Catholic Family Land. Now we have packed Holy Family Fest scheduled back to back. How are we going to do it? I'm glad you asked. We're lining up 90 high school and college age students to volunteer their summers in service. And that's where you come in. You see, this increase means it's going to cost more than last year to hire all the summer coordinators and counselors to train and form these volunteers into first-class AFC missionaries. Not to mention feeding and housing the volunteers too. And it's worth it. Just wait, I'll show you. Let's hear from some families how Catholic Family Land has impacted their lives.
When we came here with our family, it was a place where our young people were built up, not torn down by their peers. What Family Land provides that we cannot directly provide for our kids is living in the Catholic culture for a week with other families.
Just that talk that night, there was a lot of kids suffering from depression, addiction, suicide, slashing themselves in good Catholic families.
So we're curious to know what it is that we're supposed to do beyond the basics, beyond going to church on Sunday, beyond even, any of that. We want to know.
We have an opportunity where he's 10 or 11 years old to do something now. We don't want him to get to that point where he's reaching out to us when he's 15, 16 with some severe issues or mentally or physically. So we want to do something now.
Our kids are starting to have that hunger. They want to know more. My parents have since, they're saying prayers daily. My brother has come back to the church. Our children have recognized it.
I found my vocation to be a religious sister here at Catholic Family Land.
My dad, my parents took me and my siblings here for years. And now me and my wife are bringing our 8-month-old here to begin the second generation coming to Family Land.
But it doesn't stop there. The volunteers themselves are impacted in powerful ways. Here are some testimonies from the volunteers.
Before I came here, I didn't know that I was lukewarm. I came here and I learned that I was really on the wrong. I was literally sitting on the fence, just like our Lord says in the scriptures, and I didn't want to be there anymore.
I think the biggest thing that I took away from that summer was how beautiful and how fulfilling it is to give your life to serving others.
When we emptied ourselves as much as we did in service and in the presence of constant prayer and sacraments, it's like a perfect recipe for explosive spiritual growth.
I encountered Christ truly for the first time really here on Service Corps, and the people that I met, not just on staff but at the fests, and the priests and in the nuns and in the little 6- and 7-year-old girls who just looked at what looked to them like a piece of bread and just loved it with their whole heart and soul without even really understanding why.
I just felt like this joy and this peace that I hadn't felt for like a really long time. I wasn't worrying about what the future was going to hold or what was going on in the world. I was just focused on serving God through the families. And that's something that's been pretty life-changing, especially as times get crazier.
This year, we're really excited about, first, having some licensed counselors available to talk with the high school and college-age volunteers. Second, serving more children and teens with special needs. We'll be able to have dedicated volunteers for children and teens with special needs, which means that these children who need full-time accompaniment can participate in our programs, which they wouldn't have been able to be a part of before. Third, we'll also be increasing our ability to give more attention to each attendee, since we'll have one volunteer for every 5 children, teens, or young adults. And finally, by having a dedicated morning crew for the children's program and evening crew for the young adult and teen program, our volunteers will be even more engaged, lively, and energetic for their areas of service.
Would you be willing to support us this year? We would be very grateful if you would. In a letter to the AFC, Bishop Joseph Strickland said, "I pray that this effort to consecrate families in prayer, sacraments, and living the virtues, and sanctifying daily life will not only strengthen families, but all of society."
3, 2, 1. Thanks and God bless.